Herbert Spencer saw such changes as either dysfunctions in society or adaptations to a changing world. He saw society itself as a living organism that evolves over time, with the most fit societies surviving and less fit ones dying out or adapting to more functional structures. The oldest sociological approach takes a macro-level view of large social structures having distinct functions like organs in the body. The government controlling society the way the brain controls the body, and the family functioning as the womb, passing on our cultural DNA to a new generation. In this functionalist view, individuals are simply cells within the body, with deviant bacteria or cancers needing to be eradicated, and dysfunctional organs that weren't doing their jobs well needing to be fixed. According to functionalism, society is generally stable, its structures changing just enough to remain healthy and functional as a whole. While some may suffer along the way, it is generally good for all. But Karl Marx disagreed. He took a macro-level view as well, but saw society as a whole being made up of groups of people in competition, with a small elite always at the top exploiting the rest of society. He laid the foundations for our second major theoretical approach. Conflict theory argues that large social structures are often put into place by the groups at the top of an unequal society to maintain their position. In this case, the government is not the brain, but the weapon of the powerful and wealthy to keep society benefiting them. Society is always on the brink of change as those at the bottom struggle to gain a better position, held temporarily in place through force or manipulation. So the two major macro-level views of society as a whole are functionalism and conflict theory, both seeing individuals as mere cogs in a larger social machine. Functionalism sees this machine as generally stable and beneficial, each structure carrying out necessary functions like the economy, pumping resources to where they need to go. Conflict theory sees the whole system as groups in competition, using structures like the economy to benefit themselves at others' expense, or trying to change them to do so. Conflict theory includes classical Marxist theory that wealth is the primary source of conflict, while feminist and critical race theory each point out the importance of other factors of social inequality. Other early sociologists took less extreme positions. Max Weber was primarily a functionalist, but recognized the micro-level effects of individuals' cultural understanding in shaping larger society. He saw that Marx was reacting to his own feelings of injustice and called for a more objective viewpoint based on what he called Verstehen, or understanding of others' viewpoints. He looked at the development of modern industrial economies not as the product of greed, but as the response to cultural shifts in religion. The societies where the Industrial Revolution began had broken away from the Catholic Church, and people needed a new way to prove themselves as good Christians. So they saw God's blessings in material success and devoted themselves to a Protestant ethic of hard work and success in business. George Simmel took microsociology further by focusing entirely on the active role of individuals in constructing society through their everyday interactions. Interactionism is based on the idea that society is built by individuals who make rational decisions. But he also recognized that their actions, their decisions, were based on an understanding which was itself built on existing social realities. Later sociologists called this constant cycle of individuals creating social structures which then influenced individuals who recreated or changed those structures in turn, the process of structuration. Most of the sociologists we've talked about so far studied society simply to better understand it, what some call pure sociology. But W.E.B. Du Bois, an African-American sociologist, believed in applied sociology, using our understanding to improve the lives of people in society. He saw, between the small micro and the big macro levels, structuration in the plight of those at the bottom of society, particularly racial and ethnic minorities. They faced a vicious cycle of structural discrimination, which caused disadvantage and segregation, which in turn led to prejudiced beliefs that influenced further discriminatory actions. He helped found the NAACP to push for improved legal and economic rights that could open opportunities for individuals to overcome prejudice. Most of you will probably not become sociologists, but in the next lesson, you'll start to learn how to use social research to better apply sociology to your own lives and communities.